I am so glad you are here. It is Herby Thursday in my world, and we are up to an herb of absolute joy. It's a beauty. It is marjoram. You're thinking, is this a kitchen spice? Yes, this is a kitchen spice. That's exactly what kitchen herb. It's exactly what it is, associated with Mercury and the earth, among other magical associations. I'm not going to lie, this one's been spread around a bit. Venus would also be a perfectly acceptable planet for this because it was an herb that legend says Aphrodite grew in her own personal garden. So it's been associated with love spells and friendships, just positive relationships across the board for a very long time. Putting a little blend together for love or romance or affection, a little pinch of marjoram goes a very long way. It's also been attributed with a host of positive medical things over the years. So people have been using it for everything from getting through menopause more comfortably to lung issues, up to and including asthma. And in fact, there is at least one study out there that I've seen that posits that a very small dose of marjoram essential oil every day for 3 months in combination with the asthma medication that they were using in the study showed better outcomes than those who only took the prescription medication. So there might be something to that. It's interesting what we learn when we look, right? So think in terms of antioxidants that are in here, that we know are in here, gosh darn it, and wonderful medicinal benefits, but also think about it for not just relationship spells, but protection spells. When you think of that, it helps you breathe easier, according to folk use. And from what the studies are saying, that folk use is probably has some accuracy. The idea that you are protected by marjoram is also a traditional part of this herb's magical uses, and I think for a really good reason. Am I saying that the medical use and the magical use used to be completely intertwined? Yes, I am. The magical use was a great way to remember what it would do medicinally for people. Ground your breathing so that you can breathe deeply, calmly, comfortably. I love that. If you're going to incorporate this in your daily life, there is some suggestion that medicinal level use, like a teaspoon in a cup of tea, which I'm going to be honest, for most people, not appropriate anyway. Long term, if you're doing that every day, day after day after day after day, you're probably opening yourself up to some bad outcomes medically in the long term. We're talking about the stuff that is hard to spot in folk medicine or traditional herbal healing systems. Things like, does it slightly increase the propensity for certain cancers? So you're not going to eat 45 billion pounds of this in your lifetime, but you know what? You shouldn't. You got to respect these little beauties for what they bring you and not abuse them. That's actually key to a lot of herbal medicine. So whether you're using it magically or medicinally, a pinch, a little, goes a very long way. And if you can incorporate it in a dish, I think you've done even better because it is a cooking herb. You can also, in many climates, grow this, if not outdoors, certainly indoors. It is a very close cousin to oregano. In fact, they can crossbreed. They come up with a thing that's commonly called hardy oregano. So let this go in your garden and you will get a decent harvest in most places, like I said. And if it's not the right climate for you, it will grow indoors. There are different traditions about whether or not it's allowed to be grown indoors, but that's for another video. Why? I have so much more about marjoram to share with you, and I got 5 minutes. So incorporate it in food. It's lovely. If you have a little canister or jar of marjoram in your kitchen that's more than 2 years old, do yourself an enormous favor. Get rid of it, replace it, and make a commitment to reaching for that jar every once in a while. Every other week, every week, if you don't need it regularly, maybe more often if you're a little asthmatic, and it might help you maintain your lung health. And definitely include it in your next romantic dinner. Have fun with marjoram. As always, play safe with herbs. They have powers. They have strengths. You want to use them wisely. And thank you for being your amazing magical you. Everyone here at Magus Books in Minneapolis, we love that about you. And of course, we appreciate the little magical things you can do right here in social media land. I know you know what they are. Have a fantastic week. And I hope you get to see me soon here. Hit those buttons, of course, so that you can come back easily. And if we see you at the website, wait. So for some people, it's here. And for some people, it's here. Magusbooks.com or in the shop. We really look forward to it. The QR code is going to take you to a listing for Food Magic. In case you're interested in learning a little bit more, you can see the books we have on offer and, of course, all the herbs. Blessed be everyone. We'll see you soon.